I said, God bless you. And I really meant, I was sincere about that. I wanted the blessings of God on her. And so I want to talk to you about how not to settle, because when you settle at a place that you are not supposed to be, the Bible said that he died there. Tell somebody, just look at somebody and say, don't settle there. Come to the other side and say, because you're going to die there. I want to talk to you. Let's get on, because we got to stay focused, because we don't stay focused, we will die in a place that God has not called us to be. When we stop and take our focus off God, we will die. Let me talk to you here. So settle, so you maybe know what we're talking about. I just love to use them because it's just for me and bring it out to light when I look at this, the definition of this word. We go to the next slide. It says the word settle, to settle somewhere, it is to come to rest in a comfortable position. I do it all the time at home. In my chair, I put my feet up, and like y'all work a lot of time, I settle there. You know, sometimes I say, I'm going to get some more work done. Next thing I know, my wife is waking me up, trying to wake me up in time to go to bed. Anybody take a nap before you go to bed? I've been so tired of work, man, I go home and settle in the chair, take a nap, and wake up and go get in the bed. Lord Jesus, yeah. So it also means, stay focused, I like this one, to sink gradually or to the bottom. When you settle somewhere, you will start going down. Okay. It also means to become fixed, to resolve or establish. Have you been somewhere you have just settled in a behavior, in an attitude, you've got used to it, you just have settled and said, this is just the way it is, that's just the way they are, I ain't trying to get better, I don't care if they get better, we're just going to settle, this is just the way we are, we mad at everybody, and it's okay, I'm just going to settle there. Settle will cause you to stay in a place that is not God's best. It will cause you to stay in a place that you know that is not the will of God. When you settle, we should never settle till we get to the place that God has called us to be. We should always continue to be moving toward the place of God righteousness. Oh, tell them, don't settle there. Don't settle there. Don't settle there. Don't settle there. It also means to adopt a more steady or secure style of life. See, I've learned that some people, including myself, we get so used to something, even if it's wrong, it's just what it is. Even if it's wrong. Even if I know, I'm used to going into a hostile work environment. If you did it so long, you've been working out for so many years, you have settled and said it's just the way it is. And it's sad if you go to a church and nobody like each other. Everybody on the right side like everybody. People on the left side don't like it. But we go to the same church and we're going to keep going there. You ain't going to make me leave. My great-great-granddaddy been this church and we've been here for 100 years. I don't care how much I don't like you. If you don't like me, I'm settled here. I ain't going nowhere. Sometimes it's time to leave. We get comfortable. And we see in this story that he was heading to a place and he stopped somewhere. I'm going to talk more about it later at the end, but I want to show you how you press forward. So as we understand, I'm talking about don't settle there. We got to understand on how we continue to press forward so we don't settle. Let's go on to chapter 12 in Genesis. Genesis 12, verse 1. And I'm going to read verses 1 through 3. It says, Genesis 12, verse 1 through 3. And it reads, and I'm going to read it out of King James because I can't see that. I just read it out of King James. It says, now the Lord has said unto Abram, get thee out of thy country, and from thy kindred, and from thy father's house, and unto a land that I will show thee. And I will make of thee a great nation, and I will bless thee, and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing. And I will bless them that bless thee, and curse him that curses thee. And in thee shall all families of the earth be blessed. So this is Abram who take up from what his father, Terah, stopped at, and God is giving him a vision to move forward. Tell someone that God will always give us vision to move forward. Even if your daddy settled, he will continue to give us vision to move forward. So Abram's father settled and died, and now God is coming to visit and visit Abram and giving him a vision to go where he told his father to go. And he tells him a couple of things that I want to talk about here. Just one of them. He gave him a couple of things. He said, go. First of all, he told him where to go from. He said, go from what your country, go from your kindred, meaning your cousin, Pookie them, and everybody else them. He said, you might have to get away from them. Because it's a mindset, it's a mentality. He said, get away from it and your father's house. He said, leave what you are comfortable with, when you have settled. He said, leave that. Now, we also got to look at this. We got to look at this, because this is spiritual. He's looking at this from the place of what from your history and your past that you need to leave. And so he said, leave from that place, because when you leave from that place, I can show you and guide you to where you are going for my glory. See, let's understand this too. God is not giving us vision just for us or about us. It's a bigger picture. Well, we'll see it here. So then he goes on to say where he's going to. He said, to the land that God will show you. Watch this. He is not giving us any place to go wherever we want to go. He didn't say go to a land. He said go to the land. I looked up in many translations and still use the word T-H-E. Meaning there's a particular land, a specific land that he's sending you to. So I can't say, God, I got this vision, now bless it. No, God is the one that gives us the vision. He won't give us the insight. He gives us vision for our life, for our family. He gives you the vision for your marriage. It's all in the Bible. He gives you a vision for what he wants you to do to better on this earth. He gives us the vision. We don't select the vision, and then we ask God to bless it. I know that's what I used to do. I just have a long list of all the things that I want to do. I said, God, bless it. And God said, that ain't what I call you to do. What is God calling you to do for his glory? Not your personal stuff, not what you want. This bigger than a promotion, this bigger than finishing a school, this bigger than getting the job you want. What is God calling you to do? What is your purpose? Why he put you on this earth? We all showed up with a purpose and a plan to get to somewhere. Y'all quiet up in this church. There's a purpose in you. And he's getting Abram to get to this place of purpose because his daddy's job was to get him there, but his daddy got stuck. I'm going to get to it later where he got stuck. But right now I want to focus on how we're going to get there. Watch this. Then he goes on to say, so there's a particular land that God will show you. Watch this. He will show you what you can't see from your natural eye. See, there's so much. The Bible says, eyes haven't seen, ears haven't heard what God has for us. So that's why we got to spend more time listening to God than talking to God. Because God has so much he wants to show us and he wants to tell us to get us to our destiny. We all have a destiny. We all have a place to be. We all have something to do for God's glory. And God said they're going to be beyond you. So that's why I want to get to see how this place settled. I got to teach. Then he goes on and says to him. Then he gives him some promises. Not only will I show you, he said, I will make. He said he would do that. Now, have you ever asked God for something and you asked God to do something and he said he would, and then you tried to fix it and do it yourself? Have you ever prayed? Have anybody, I don't want to hear it, but you know, when you might already know some insight that you want to go get a loan for a house or a car, but you know that you didn't do good with your credit a long time ago, and then you go pray to God, God give me favor, and then by the time you get to the place you're going, before you get there, you start trying to, alter some things, manipulate some things, because you want God to bless it. Some of y'all don't get it. No. Or you leave some stuff off the application, or you put it on there way more money than you know you really make. I guess I just professing. But I had asked God to do it, but I tried to do it. How many of you are still asking God to do things and you are still trying to manipulate things? He said, I will make thee. God will make you whatever he want to make you, and he will bless you with whatever he want to bless you. Watch this. He said, I will make of thee a great nation. And he said, I will bless thee, and I will make what? Thy name great, and thou shalt be what? A blessing. Listen here. That point make here and will, it is a promise. It is a promise from God that he will make you great. You don't have to go out and work so much to be great. When I say work, then you can't be lazy either. When God tells you what to do, you got to do that and trust that. But I don't have to go manipulate systems, and I don't have to go butt up with people and do certain things and be in important people's faces all the time because I'm trying to get somewhere. You don't have to do all of that. Because when God will make you something, that's a promise, and no one can stop a promise from God. I don't care who they are. But we'll get distracted on the things that people are doing into our lives, and that is a distraction from the devil, and we start focusing on what people have done to us or what people are not doing, and we focus on that more than we focus on the promise of God. Watch this. Watch this. He said, I will make you a great nation. Now, this nation he's talking about here, it's talking about, you look up the word from the Hebrew words, it talks about land, it talks about a group of people, it talks about society. So when he said, I'll make you a great nation, he's not talking about he's going to make you a great person, that you're the best thing since sliced bread that walked on this earth. That's not what he's talking about. He's talking about he's going to make you a part of something that's bigger than you, that's going to become great. So just as for me, as ministry, he said, I'm going to make you a great nation. I'm going to make you a part of a group, a part of people that they separate all that one God, that we're not separated, that we're part of something great. See, be a part of this community, this chapel. This should be a great nation. And as we are one body, as we connect with other churches and other community of Christians, that's what makes us a great nation. He said, Abraham, from you, I'm going to make a great nation of believers so that we all worship one God. Yes. I got to teach you before I get too excited here. So let's dive into some of the things he said here. Verse 3. He said, I will bless them that bless thee. Now, this is not talking about the car, the house. This is not talking about the new job, the promotion. I tell people, when you're blessed by God, that's like the reward. Just ask for the reward. This word blessing here, it means the empowerment, the favor of God. That's why I don't ask for promotion, cars. I don't ask for that stuff anymore. I just ask for God's blessing to be upon me, to do whatever he wanted to do in my life. I don't ask for stuff. That thing just comes with it. We get excited about that, right? Man, God gonna bless me. Well, watch the second part of the verse. He said, I'm gonna bless them that bless thee. He said, and curse him that curseth thee. Now, I want to talk about this for a minute, but I think this part about distraction. We get caught up, and when we feel that someone is coming against us or trying to do something to harm us or hurt us. This word here, curse, that first one, you understand that he's talking about to be slighted. Someone who is slighting you or not being a part of a great nation to do what God has called you to do. All right, so then he said, I'm going to curse them that what? Curse you. Watch this. What do you think that means? I know when I used to first read it, you mess with me, God gonna get you. Anybody know about that? You mess with me, God gonna get you. And I want him to get you. He said, amen. We still want God to get it. All right? I used to want to get it. I don't want to get it. But watch what he's saying here. I'll teach you. This word curse here, it is a verb that means to bind. It means to bind to them in with an obstacle. It means to render powerless something that is coming against you, that came against you. It ain't even about the person or who have done whatever to you. It is about that whatever someone do to slight you, it has no more power in your life. See, when I was asking for that, when I looked at that bacon, she was giving us some power in because she slighted me, and so I had to get where I said, wait a minute, you don't have no power. That is no longer gonna bother me anymore. I had to bind that up, bind those emotions up, and say, God, curse those emotions that I'm getting angry about my bacon. The person is not to hurt a person. It is not to get someone. It is more about you, baby. It's more about what causes that person, that issue, that situation to get you down, to get you angry, to get you mad. What is it? He said, I'm going to curse that so it will no longer have any power to rule in your life because you are blessed, baby, to do what God has called you to do. See, it ain't about that person. It ain't about that lady. I don't even know that lady. So God always blessing upon her. See, those are distractions, but they are really within us. Your anger problem, it ain't the person, it's you. You need to figure out what caused you to get angry at folks. I remember the last time, I don't get angry no more at people. Because God has bind those spirits that usually control me. And I remember it was back in either 2005 or 2006 that I was angry at a person. And I was angry at a person because a person slighted me at my job. Matter of fact, they laid me off at the job. And it wasn't about my performance, because my performance was every evaluation, it was high, it was top block. And when they did the layoff, I was the one that had the best facility, the best center. I continued to grow it every year. I grew, just everything was great, right? It was a spirit in that person that became jealous of my success, which was my director. And it released me, and I got angry because I knew it was personal. And I'm telling you, I went months angry at that woman. Literally, I was. I'm confessing. I was angry. What I didn't understand at that time is that she couldn't hurt me, regardless of what she did to me. She couldn't stop what God has blessed me to do for his kingdom. God allowed her to do that, and it was time for me to move on. But because I felt slighted, because I felt that I done a great job in this organization, and you're going to lay me off when you kept some other folks who barely keep that center open? Really? I'm just sorry. I'm good. I've been delivered. That thing is powerless in me. Because God had finally shown me that it's not about her, it is about you. He said, she didn't call you. She didn't anoint you. I'm a way maker. I'll make a way when you seem like it's not going to be made. And I went, man, until I got myself together, I went months, man, and couldn't get a job. And I finally released that spirit. I cursed that spirit that was in me to no longer have any power over me, to control my behavior and my emotion about her. I'm up here, can't hardly sleep at night, and I'm sure she was sleeping good. My anger didn't bother her. I was like, that don't even make no sense to be mad at folks, does it? Sometimes I don't even know that you're there. So why waste that energy? Because nothing is stopping me from doing all that God has called me to do. I went months, man, just jacked up. And couldn't really get peace in my life until I finally got this revelation that I'm trying to teach you today. That I understood that was a distraction to my next assignment. God was trying to get me there. Because it became tough. Just like Abram did, he was on a way somewhere and he got distracted. Yeah. See, I was on my way there to where I am right now. God was trying to get me to where I am today to be a chaplain in the army. I was comfortable at my job because I could do it easily, and God had blessed me, man, to lead and continue to increase whenever I put my hands on. And so I was kind of doing it, man, and doing almost like my eyes closed, but I was doing it that I enjoyed it. It was easy to me, and man, I got comfortable. See, comfortable doesn't always mean you're right where God wants you to be. I'm still teaching. I'm gonna get to that. Let's go back to something. I'll go back to that. So let me show you the picture. So Abram, catch the vision what God is showing him that his daddy stopped. And you keep reading, Abram went on and did what he told him. He stepped out. And he knew it wasn't going to be comfortable. How many of you are still settling in a place because you're comfortable? Let's go back to it. I'm going to go back to Abram's family. Let's look at his father here. Let's look at his father. Abram's father had 3 sons. And his first son, is named Nahum, or Nahum, however you say it. And this son, this Hebrew name means snore, someone who sleeps. In other words, he was lazy. Most people, or I should say most, I can assume that his daddy wasn't real proud of his son. He was a sleeper. He wasn't seeing what's going on. He was just kind of hanging out. He was working below his potential. Then he had this other son named Haran. His name means mountain climber or hill, which also means high achiever. He was the one that his name meant. It means to achieve great heights by the power of the flesh and self-effort. If you remember reading, that son died. And he's in this place that the son that he don't wish anyone died, but if anybody had to die, he probably wished it wasn't Aaron because he was a high achiever. He was the great one. He accomplished everything. He was a great athlete. He was smart. Whatever he went after, he did it, man. He accomplished the task. He was great. And that's the one God that you take from. Abram means high father. Means achieve great heights by faith in the one he obeys. So check this out. So his father, Terah, as he is leaving, as his son has died, he feels he have grieved the death of his son, and he takes off to do what God told him to do. He was headed to Canaan, and he got to a familiar place, and he came to this place called Haran. Now the name of the city of this other place, Haran, is different from the name of a person. The Hebrew name of this place means to burn. It means to incite passion. And if you just keep going, it also translates to someone being angry. So he gets to this place that reminds him of the death of his son, and he gets angry. ever started on a journey going after the things of God and something triggered you? And you start back doing the things you used to do. You said this, I'm going to be right this time. I promise you, I get people, Pastor, I promise you, I'm going to do right this time. I'm going to stay on track this time. Oh, I get so, Chaplain, I'm going to do right. Keep messing up, I'm going to do right. How many of you, when you get started, and something smells like you used to smell, something you see looks like, and get you distracted, and next thing you know, you just, it feels, I want to go forward, but at the same time, I'm used to this right here. I'm used to being mad at folks. I'm used to turning my nose up at people. I'm used to being low. I'm used to just staying right here. I'm used to getting angry at people. I'm used to that. It's comfortable. I'm not used to forgiving folks and trusting God. I ain't quite, that takes a little work. Somebody just did me wrong. And it's hard to do. I know God told me to do this, but I'm used to being angry at folks. I'm trying to not to be arrogant, but I'm used to being arrogant. But I know God told me to be humble, but I can't be humble. I know I'm supposed to submit to my spouse one to another, but I ain't used to somebody telling me what to do. It's just easy just to stay right here. I know I need to stop. I know. I'm not used to it now. This ain't no challenge to me to keep acting like this. But it's going to cost me to trust God to do this. What if I forgive them and they still treat me wrong? So I might as well stay mad and treat them and take care of myself. What if I try to do what's right? And what if I don't try to do and manipulate the system to get what I want, to get my promotion, to get my spouse to do what I want them to do? What if they don't do it? I know this works over here, but this is gonna cost me something. And he decided to say, I'm just going to sit right here. I know how this works. I know I can get angry and people run away from me. I know if people don't treat me right, and I feel that people slight me, and I know how they make myself feel better at the time, and so I treat them the way they treat me. And I know what to expect from that. I just respond to how I feel. He was trying to get him from a way of responding from his emotions to responding to the voice of God. See, it's harder to walk by faith and not by sight than to know what I'm used to. See, greatness comes from people who are willing to go beyond their comfort zone. See, great marriages are marriages when two people follow God. When they get out of their flesh and out of their feelings and be able to say, what does the word say about my marriage? It tells me, see, it's amazing how it's so funny, and y'all know, I'm a man, but men, when we want to get out, we love that verse that goes and it says, submit to your husband. Baby, you know what that word says. It says submit. But we don't teach it all right, do we? Because it also goes and tells the man in that same passage. It says you got to be like Christ, and he died and suffered. Who would want to submit to a man that is willing to give his life for them, who never about them? It's always about her. I always want to make you happy, to please you. What woman wouldn't want to submit to you? If you got to ask a woman to submit to you, you ain't being Christ-like to that woman. See, a woman will submit to a man who's still like Christ. You have a problem where submitting to you is you.
That's right. Man, preach, guys.
I said, oh God, I'm going to be mad. I'm going to help you out. I'm going to get you out of this comfort zone because you're going to die there. Your marriage is going to die there. It's going to settle there. It might be a divorce there. But if you say, I'm going to go to what God called me, I'm going to do it. I'm going to treat that woman like Christ treated the church. I'm going to sacrifice for it. My marriage ain't going to stay there. My marriage is not going to stay. We're going to go and get what God has called us to be. But it's comfortable to stay over here. I'm trying to quit. I'm trying. What have you settled for when you know it's not God's best for your life? What is it? You know that you ain't doing all you're supposed to do at your job. You ain't doing all you're supposed to do at your church. You ain't been all you know to do as a Christian, but you have settled there. Well, the Bible says you're going to die there. You'll never be fulfilled there. The only place we're going to be fulfilled is when we continue to move to God's promise. When we continue to go where God tells us to go. When we continue to do what God tells us to do. When we quickly leave those things behind us. We got to continue. Leave all that hate and pain. Stop settling there. Leave all that stuff behind you, man. And God will show you a place that He's sending you to. Man, I'm telling you, this is how God is, man. How good. I was out the other day, 2 days, and I was doing land navigation, man. I was out, and I tell her, I said, man, I ain't been good at this since I've been in the military. And God said, you're going to get this. You're going to learn this. You're going to learn this land navigation. You're going to get your 4 points out of 5. You got to get this. And I was out there, man, the first day, and man, and it was raining, and I just want to have a pity party on myself. And I straightened up. He laughed right now. I had somebody call me. And I said, I can't talk right now. I said, I had to call him back. I'm trying to find me a point. I ain't got but 1 point, man. And I've been out here 4 hours. I got 1 more hour before I can get back. And I'm really trying to get me another point, man. So I was like, Lord Jesus, I be praying in all kind of languages when I'm out there. Lord Jesus, lead me, Lord God. Get me there. Oh, Lord, show up the point. Let it pop out the ground somewhere. I don't care. I just need to see these points before I get back. And then, you know, I'm the chaplain. When they come back and say, how did we find, chaplain? And I want to make excuses and say, well, if somebody didn't distract me, I probably would have found out before. But I didn't. And then my brother right here, he called me, and I called him back. He said, what you do? I said, man, he said, you a major? I said, doing land navigation? I said, yeah, man. I'm like here with the soldiers and the right and the sun, because I love how to do land navigation well. And then as I was going back, I said, God, what was that all about? That's what I was trying to find out. And then he waited to me as I'm walking back, because it's a long way back. Oh, wow. 5 hours I got running through the woods like I'm 12. And so as I was going back, man, the Holy Spirit started talking to me. This is what he told me. He said, you plotted your plots. He said, that's the vision. He said, you got uncomfortable, and when you start seeing everybody else leave and take off. Wow. And you got up before I could show you the rest of the plan. The strategy on how to get these points. He said, you took off and started running like you knew everything on your own, and then you stopped, and you start trying to figure out how I'm going to get to the first point. Then I spent an hour looking for the point I knew I had. Then I went again to another point. I said, forget this one, shoot. Maybe this point ain't out here, so let me go to the next one. And I get on my knees again, and let me figure out how to get to this point. And then I went to that point, and I didn't find that point. And then I was like, oh, Lord, God, what's going on? I said, I'm going to go to the third point. 3 is for the Spirit, Father, and the Holy Ghost. I know I'm going to find point number 3. I get very spiritual real quick when things ain't going my way. So I go out in there, and then I was like, man, and I'm going, and I'm point was at. So I didn't expect to. I've been there before. I don't live what it is. So I'm going to get this point right here. I said, well, let me find one point that I never found before. And then I went and I found that one point. And it was like, oh my goodness. And now I got to run all the way back. And I found 2 points. And when I was going back, I said, God, talk to me, God. And that's when he told me, he said, you started without me. All right. He said, you saw the vision, but you didn't get the strategy on how I want you to get these points. He said, come back tomorrow. He said, come back and do this tomorrow. He said, this time, stay focused to me. Do not leave until you know the strategy that I'm going to give you to go get you. And so I did. Everybody was leaving. I've been there 30, 40 minutes. Everybody gone. I'm still there. I said, I'm going to trust you, but I ain't going nowhere until I get all this together. So I go through all of that, man, and I felt so much coming. I got up, and let me tell you, I never found a punt in the dark. And all would be good. I had to see them much fall off. So I go out and I plotted, and I went, man, I went to my first one. I went in the spot, I said, I'm going for this right. I came back out, and he said, keep going. And guess what? I went to walking, I paced it out, did everything. Guess what? I found it. Y'all know what I did after that, right? I was so happy, I took off running. I'm going to go to the next point. And I took off running, I went to the next point. And man, guess what? I found it. And then I went to the third point. I went, and I got to the point, man, and I'm like, I'm counting on my pace. I'm doing pace 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. And I looked up, look at that point. I'm like, man, 3 points in a row. This never, ever, in 26 years, it ever happened to me. I said, I got to get one more point to get victory. And so now I'm going for my last point. I got very excited. And then I go right into my last point, man. I had from that point to the next point, it was every bit about 5 miles I had to get to. So I ran and stopped, but I got there. And I got so excited, and my asthma was awful. And I was like, no, that ain't right. And I said, forget it. And I just took her running, walked in the woods. Got too comfortable. And I went looking for that point. Y'all, God didn't give me no favor. I didn't find that point. Time to get tough. I'm looking, and I was walking around. I said, the point should be right here. And I kept walking and walking around. Well, I kept looking at my map and trying to make sure I'm all trying to figure this thing out. And I kept walking around. And then God said, you're on the wrong side. I'm looking at it, God. He said, put the map up. He said, I'm going to guide you. I put the map up and I put everything up. He said, go on the other side. I walked over to the other side. I'm looking. I'm like, no point should be over here. I'm looking. I see no place. And I'm just looking. I'm like, it can't because it's a hill. They don't put it on the hill. And I kept looking. And then he said, turn around. I turned around. It was about 300 meters. It was at a point way up there. And I was like, and I just took off running. Oh! And I'm thinking in my mind, I hope this is the right point too. And I go through the mud and all that kind of stuff. I get up on the hill. I looked at my court. I looked at a point and I was like, all that I said, Lord Jesus. God, you're awesome. I said, even when I was off a little bit, you guided me to the right place. See, when we don't get settled, man, God will, even when you do a little wrong or you're not quite right, if you just don't settle, man, and you keep trusting God, God will get you to the point that He's trying to take you to. I didn't get down. I'm in this place, man. I didn't get down. I just kept saying, God, this is your will. What are you keep settling for? And you just said, I can't do it. I ain't good enough. But whatever it is, what did you say? It's just going to be like this. And God is saying, I need you to continue to press toward the greatness that I have in you. See, there's greatness in you. There's greatness in you. And God wants us to continue to follow and go after His greatness because He put you here for a purpose and a plan to do greatness on this earth. And there's going to be many distractions in your life. And the biggest distraction is ourselves, our thinking, the things we've been through, the things we see. I can't do this. I've been in the military 26 years. I ain't never been good at land navigation. I've always failed land navigation. I got place and settled in this place, but now God said, rise up. He said, go learn it. Get out there with those young guys. Learn how to do something I told you to do. Don't settle there. What are you settling in that you're going to die in? Are you willing to die with an average marriage? Are you willing to die with an average career? Are you willing to die to be an average father, to be an average daddy? Are you willing to do that when God didn't call you to average? Oh, Lord Jesus. Oh, Lord Jesus. Don't settle there. Look at somebody and say, don't settle there. Don't settle there. Because wherever you settle at, you're going to die. See, don't be like Abraham daddy, that he got angry. That anger overcame him, that he refused to go any further. Some of you have given up on relationship because you are angry at that person. Some of you have given up on your career because you are angry at somebody. Some of you have given up on your kids because you're angry at somebody. But don't settle there. Don't settle there. Don't settle there. Don't settle there. I know it wasn't fair for him that his son, that was a high achiever, to die. I know that didn't seem right. And he got angry. And he got bitter. And when you get angry, you start settling in a place that God didn't call you to be. It's time out. It's time to say, I'm going to go to what God has promised me. If you continue to read Abram, I say this when we're ready to close. I don't know if I can hit on that piano or that keyboard. Somebody hit that keyboard. Give me some music or something. I'm fine. We're ready to close. They help me out. Abram, the Bible said he went and stepped off and did what God told him to do this year. But the first thing he as he stepped off, he was faced with a challenge. He was in a foreign country with his beautiful wife. And he said, they're going to kill me. They know that you were married. See, when we step off, it's not always easy. Then he went to another challenge. God had blessed him with all of this wealth. And he said that you and Lot, man, y'all got to separate because y'all got too much among you. And your cattle and everybody, they are jealous of each other. He said, separate and watch what Abram did. He said, Lot, you pick wherever you want to go first, man. It ain't worth it, man, for us to be mad. We're family, man. Let's separate. Well, he said, because I can't settle to be a marriage. I can't settle here. I'm gonna die if I settle being mad with you, man. He said, I can't do it. You're faced with another challenge. God said, I promise that you will be a father of many nations. Who, me, God? I'm old, God. And the wife laughed. Because she was younger than him. And they were like, what you laughing about, girl? I still got it. And then they doubted God. And they came up with another strategy that wasn't God's strategy. And then God said, I've got to show you to the point because you don't got too excited. You don't got beyond yourself. He said, don't worry, you're going to still have that baby. That's all right, but you're still going to have a baby through your wife. I don't care how old you are. I have already promised that it will come through your wife. He said, get back on the aspect. Get focused. He said, don't settle there. You just can't settle with Ishmael. I've got something better for you. Something that's going to come through your wife. What is it that you feel that you got too old, that you can't do? It beyond you. And God says, stay focused. Come on, get on up. We're here to go. Come on, stay focused. There's some things in your life that you need to stay focused to God on. Oh, Lord Jesus. There are some things in your life you need to stay focused to God. Don't settle there. Don't settle. Unless you want to die there. I don't know what it is, but you know what it is. have just said, just the way it is, just the way it is. I'm not going to pursue it, Lord. I've been pursuing greatness with this relationship for years, and I'm done. I've been pursuing righteousness, and every time I try, I keep finding myself doing the same thing. Don't settle with it. Don't settle. I'll open the altar up to you. A couple of things. One, if the way all of this started is we must be born again. We must accept Jesus as our Lord and Savior.